This is instruction for 5-2, Monday, May the 2nd. You're going to access your link here in Schoology. We are not going to do Activator or our Find the Country. We're going to get right into our political border dispute and our groups. Okay, so you can see here I have the itinerary up. You're going to be working with a group. The groups are already chosen. If you have not seen who your group members are, if you click here, it will take you to a list of where I have made groups up. You may not alter these groups in any way whatsoever. I'm the only one who can alter those groups. Okay, so you're going to come to your groups. We're going to get right with our group. And I sent out an email on Friday that had this document. It had this document, and I'm just modeling how to save it into your OneDrive. So once again, it is political border dispute document, save as, put it in your OneDrive, okay, and save it. Once it is saved into your OneDrive, you can choose to share from up here in the top right corner. It asks you, the easiest way is to have your classmates type their email address right here, and then choose to share. Okay, that will allow them to share. You can type all of them at one time. Okay, so you can just press enter or semicolon and type the next one, or you can do each one separately. So have your two group members type their name here so that everybody's name comes up here. Okay, so once you have that shared, then you guys are ready to go on to the next phase, which would be actually watching the video of the dispute that you choose. Now I do want to just show you on this document while it's open, there's a section here that you can take notes from the video if you desire. I will tell you that there's a script of the videos as well, and I'll show you where those are in just a moment. So you're going to find a map about where your dispute is. You're definitely going to tell me just a brief explanation of what's the history behind this border. Like, you know, can you figure out when it happened, why they don't like each other, why there's a dispute, why did this dispute develop, what are the issues from the point of view of both sides. So you're going to use the chart here and see where I have country 1 and country 2. You're going to put your country names in these two boxes here and then tell me from their side, what does this side feel like the dispute is, and what does this side feel like dispute is, because there's always two sides to every story. And then how does the border impact each country in the following ways? Again, change where it says country 1 and country 2 to your prospective countries, and then how is it impacting them economically? So look at each country's economy. Does the dispute affect them positively or negatively when it comes to economy? How it makes money, how it supports its people. Does it impact their environment? That could be environment in the sense of, you know, there's pollution or things of that nature. It stops the crops from growing, so on and so forth. How does it affect their environment? It could even be that it physically affects their environment in the sense that it puts up a physical border that now we can visually see that changes our environment. Demographically, does it impact where something's located? That again could come into the fact that we put a physical border there so people can no longer cross through that area. Maybe it has altered the border in some way, or it causes us to have to reconsider how we share a water source or something along that nature. Socially, how is it making the people behave? And that can be a multitude of different people that you're looking at, from the perspective of the people maybe guarding the border to the people on either side of the border. Are there family and friends on opposite sides of the border? So think about it from both perspectives. How are the people acting or behaving in relation to this border dispute? And then politically, what decisions has the government made that impact or affect this border dispute? Okay, so this comes totally from a government perspective. Have they passed laws? Are they issuing fines? Have they, you know, are they the ones who have it heavily guarded? So on and so forth. How do you propose to settle the conflict? Have any solutions been tried? Okay, so take a look at what solutions are out there. Have they tried to solve this conflict? If they haven't tried to solve it, what do you propose? What do you think that both sides could do in order to help resolve this conflict? And as you are researching, be sure to come in and just copy any links that you've used down here below, okay? That'll just save you in the end when you're trying to cite your sources. Okay, so that's what we're looking for in our research. So let's go back to our itinerary. So we had our groups right here, and here's what we're doing with this. You have 6 to choose from. The Arctic. The Arctic is Russia's claim to much of the Arctic Ocean, which is believed to have or house a lot of natural gas and oil. They are trying to make claim that the Arctic Ocean is theirs because they have land up there, and the law say you get with 220 feet outside of your land. So they're trying to make some claim to this. And there are other countries, Canada, United States, that both also believe that they have claim to these Arctic Ocean areas. So if you want to look at Russia and the Arctic, choose this one. If you'd like to look at Haiti and the Dominican Republic a little closer, why is it that they have a dispute where their 2 lands meet? They do share an island, but they are 2 definitely different ways of thinking and ways of doing things. So take a look at Haiti and Dominican Republic and their dispute. And then this is Japan and North Korea. So basically this is where it's housed in Japan, but in Japan there is a North Korean community, and they are trying to remain true to their North Korean or Korean heritage. And how do you do that when you are in the midst of another country? So if you want to look at Japan and North Korea, take a look at this one. Mexico and Guatemala, and this would be, so it's the U.S., then Mexico, then Guatemala. Well, many people from South America are trying to find their way to the United States, and so one of the places that they have to go through is Guatemala. And so the U.S. has helped Mexico establish a border at Mexico-Guatemala to help the number of people who are trying to come from further south into America. So if you want to take a look at what's happening at the Mexican border on the Guatemalan side, then you're going to hit up this Mexico-Guatemala. And then Nepal, China. So this is up in the Himalayan mountains. Both Nepal and China reaches to Nepal. They're both making claim to the same area, and China's trying to encroach upon what Nepal has believed to be their area. Nepal are basically nomadic sheep herders, and they're just wanting to live their lifestyle up in the mountains, and China is trying to claim some of that area as theirs. So if you want to take a look at the Nepalian China dispute in the Himalayan mountains, then you're going to do Nepal, China. And then Spain, Morocco. Spain, Morocco is where Morocco in Africa has 2 Spanish cities that belong to Spain, which is a European country. Africans are trying to desperately get into these 2 cities so that they can have political asylum and be free from being sent back to their native homes. So if you want to take a look at what's going on here in Africa's Morocco and Spain, then you're going to take a look at this one. All right, you'll also see that there are content pages. So if you click on one of the green links, and you're doing Haiti, Dominican Republic, you will see that it has a content here. It shows you graphics about the information that's here, and then it has textual information. It does also have some maps usually to show you what the dispute is. And you'll notice that all of these pages have the document that I sent you via email and that I've also attached to the bottom of this page. Okay, so you can access this content too, and then you're going to have to go into Google to do further research once you get to that point. All right, so we've explained the assignment. You have downloaded the page that you need, and now what your task will be is to watch your video. So headphones, nobody should be talking. Each video is somewhere between 15 and 20 minutes. So once we say go with watching video, nobody should be talking. We should all be watching our videos. Once videos are over, then you as a group are going to go to your document page and start talking about what you learned from the video and placing the information that you can in its appropriate spots. You'll also see that I put 2 exemplars on here. I put an exemplar for my Colombia, Venezuela graphic organizer. I actually did some research on Colombia and Venezuela, who also have a border dispute, and you can see how I have taken notes. So feel free to go look at how I answered each of those questions. If you're struggling with what do I put here, then go look at what I've done and see. You can see how I put Colombia, Venezuela, my 2 boxes here. What's their point of view? How does Colombia feel about it? How does Venezuela? And then each of the parts here, economically, what is it doing to each country? Environmentally, what is it doing to each country? Demographically, okay, socially, and then politically, what is the government doing? And then I propose some ideas of how we could solve this. And I had a few more questions that I didn't ask you, and then notice all the sites that I used to find my information. Okay, so that's an exemplar of the graphic organizer. I don't believe that you guys will get past the graphic organizer today. And when I come back tomorrow, we will finish up graphic organizers and work on our final presentations, or how we're going to present this. All right, so watch the video. Once you've done watching the video, you're going to work on collecting your information for your graphic organizer. Have a great day.